Hey everyone. So we've had a couple issues this morning going live, and this keeps happening. So we are working on a solution for that is long term. But today we are talking about retreats, and we've got this up and running. So let's go ahead and bring Alice on. We're adding her to the video, and today we're going to talk about all the different.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. How
Hi.
cold? Look, how cold is it in New Jersey?
Oh, it's snowing here. I'm in New York. I'm in actually New York, upstate New York.
It's snowing.
It's snowing. So there is actually flurries out my window right now, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow as well. It snowed for the first time last week, but it was like the pretty fluffy snow, but this looks like cold snow, so.
Brr.
Yep. When you know the different types of snow, you know that's not a good sign.
It's like, oh, I got my jacket on because I'm like cold. I'm like, oh, but snow, that's even colder.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh, it is. It is cold, but um you had an amazing weekend.
Oh my gosh, coming off Rise Business with all these business owners, it was amazing. I have to say, some of the highlights were Tom Billio, who was there. Tom invented the Quest Nutrition Bar. He was super amazing. His main message was no amount of money can make you happy to love your life. That's what matters is love your life. Go out and serve others, make an impact, but the most important message was love your life. And then Brendan Burchard came on, and of course, his high performance habit book is like so impactful. He went over the 6 habits to put in your life. And, of course, as women, any women here watching, it's like we all always have that negative self talk and those limiting beliefs. But, one of those habits is demonstrate courage. Tell other people your dreams, tell other women what you aspire to be, tell women that your goals, and just have them lift you up. And then Ed Millett, who I'd never ever really known much about, he was super amazing. Like women who have young kids. I know you don't have kids yet, or even if you have like nieces or nephews or whatever, it's like they are always watching you. And he showed this video. Oh my gosh, Kira, there like wasn't a dry eye in the house. So the video was like this little girl, she was 5 years old, and her dad was walking her to school. And so when he dropped her off at school, she didn't really know that he didn't have a job. They were broke. He was just like going to restaurants to wash dishes, anything he could find. And then he quickly like changed back into his suit when he went to go pick her up. So she wouldn't know like they're struggling and like, putting on this facade and not letting your kids see exactly what's going on. But at the end of the video, she looked up at him, and the message that she was generating was, all I need is your love. We don't need anything else, but all I need is your love. And that's generally like really why we're put on this earth is just to give others love as well. Like
I'm
that,
like tearing up right now.
it
That is so.
was such a powerful message. Like
Yeah.
no words were generated. It was all based on feelings of this dad and this little girl. It was like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
a, it was amazing. So, but we're talking about retreats today.
Yeah, no, I mean that, oh, that sounds so incredible. I'm so excited that you got to go experience that. Yes, retreats. So, Basically, we talked about talking about all the different things you can do on retreats and what you can do with the people that come to the retreats. But first, there are different types of retreats, right? Like you have retreats for different purposes. Um,
Yes. Yeah.
so that
And
is,
then, since you're freezing cold and in the snow, it's like, okay, retreat. Let's think of a warm climate.
yes, definitely. So yeah, like they're all different. Yeah, I love warm climate retreats, but I also love, fall retreats are so pretty when you're in a like um, New England or up or New York or even anywhere East Coast really is so nice in the fall
Right.
too. It's like a nice
Mhm.
time to go away. Winter, you definitely want that beach and sand.
I know, right? Yeah. So I think, when we talk about retreats, it's like, since of course we're women too, I don't think that like retreats always have to be like really gender based. You can have like co-ed retreats because where you have masterminds, it's people come together for retreats just to do like entrepreneurial masterminds. But we have a retreat coming up in December. It's at the Outer Banks, and that is a woman's entrepreneur retreat. But I think when we talk about activities at a retreat, it's important for them to know that we do send out a form because it's so important for us to put it together as to what your vision is. So it
Mhm.
makes the perfect experience for you and what you're expecting. Because when maybe you're expecting a certain kind of retreat and then that's not really delivered, it's because it's a communication. It's like, well, what are your expectations and what are you
Mhm.
visualizing and what's your big vision? Are you frozen on me? Oh, there you go.
I froze for a second. Sorry about that.
So it's like we, just need to know the specifics of your retreat and how we can help you and define it.
Yeah, I think it definitely it makes a difference what your purpose of the retreat is too, because if you are running a mastermind group and you've been working with these people for months, it's going to be a very different look than if you're throwing a retreat for people that are your peers, or so whether you're a coach or you're getting together with other coaches that are on your level. Maybe you're doing a virtual summit, maybe you're doing a getaway retreat, maybe your goal is to work together and get stuff accomplished and you want that work play balance. It's super important to know what the goals are, and then your activities kind of stem from there. So it's so much fun because you can do a lot of um, relaxation activities and bring it. I know a lot of times with your retreats, Alice does her own retreats too. She's a coach too. And so to the home so that people can actually experience all of the work play balance right there at the beautiful house that she rents. So
Right. So it just sort of depends on what kind of retreat you want. Some may want just to relax, recharge, refuel because we're go, 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 go. So to take time away from your family, your kids, sometimes we put that guilt on us about, oh gosh, we need to be at home, this and that. We just make excuses. So it may just be just to get away to reconnect, like you said, with your peers, your higher level entrepreneurs, and just stay right there. Just have everything brought in, your meals, a masseuse, some maybe somebody to take some photos for you guys while you're there. So that's a different experience than if you just really like seek activities in a place that you're at. Like maybe if you went to Arizona and you may want to adventure, like you might want to go hiking, or you might want to do some more things just to energize you and feel the surroundings around you. So there's just different kinds of retreats, just based on your needs and what you're looking for, right?
yeah, I think as far as offsite activities, it's always based on the area you're in. And I love to find that unique thing that they do in that area that you can experience while you're there. And so whether you've got like a sporty group or a group that's looking for luxury, you can kind of base those activities around that group and what they want. And then as far as the business side of things, if you're doing a workshop or, um, a focus based retreat, then you probably want to do some power hours. You want to get some work done if you're amongst your peers. If you're doing more of like a teaching workshop, you want to have that time to actually do training and sessions and coaching and maybe some one on one activities.
Yeah.
And then if you're doing a peer retreat where you're at a higher level, and you're not there to focus on business, but you want something to take away with you, then you could do the photographer and
Mhm.
do a fun photo shoot and just say, hey, here we all are, just kind of feeding off the wonderful information that we have to share and connecting and as a group. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
it can look really
I know
different.
because we're planning like a great retreat for somebody right now. And then what you discovered with that bonfire and shrimp bowl, like that's so much fun. It's like when you're sitting, like especially on a beach or at a lake, and you get that bonfire going, and then you're having your dinner. It creates an atmosphere where you can just naturally relax and conversation just flows
Hmm.
and masterminding starts just naturally.
Yeah, I think that's so important when you have a group of people who are entrepreneurs or who are in the same business to have that connection time, whether it is a learning retreat or just a simple activity retreat. You want to have some time to really connect and get deep, and that could be a guided conversation or it can be a casual activity. But
Yeah.
what we decided for this one was, bonfire and shrimp boil on the beach because that was very native to the area. It's something that a lot of people enjoy doing, and you can have a private chef come and set that up for you. I know, Alice, you said you have and with the Outer Banks one, where you're going to be bringing in like a wine tasting and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's another kind of fun, casual, but you get that one-on-one time and you get an activity
Right.
that really bonds you together and you can talk and then conversation kind of naturally moves over to where you need it to be because
Right.
that's what happens when you
Exactly.
get all those minds together.
Right. So, yeah, so they wanted a setting that's like right there on the beach. There's something just with some ocean therapy, even though it's December, it's going to be super cold in the Outer Banks. But it's like you bring the warmth inside when you're connecting with your peers and just the people you envision to be there in your retreat with you. It's like, even though it's cold, it doesn't really matter because you do bring that warmth inside just being surrounded by each other. So all day long, they're going to be really masterminding their business. They're going to be doing their marketing plans. It's like they're just going to be just like full on into business mode. And so then in the evening, it's so important to create just that atmosphere where you can just relax. There's a masseuse coming in. A couple of them may just go for the afternoon. She'll come in with her table. They'll have a massage for an hour there, be super relaxed. I'll have a chef come in that has dinner that's laid out for them. And then the other night is where that girl comes in with wine tasting. It may be heavy hors d'oeuvres like during that time and then go into dinner after, but just really have the evening super light but just enjoyable, sitting around enjoying each other's conversation. And you really, really do leave a retreat like that super recharged. You are refueled because you've been there just working your business. You're really ready to go charge the world when you get back, but you're relaxed because you don't have
Right.
any distractions. It's like trying to get a woman, especially, to understand that when you remove yourself away from distractions, it's like you get like 10 times more work done because you're like super focused.
Yeah, I try to do it like 3 times a year just on my own. Nobody around and just go on a retreat for myself to just focus and really kind of concentrate on what I need to concentrate on. We tend to um, just give and pull from other people in our surroundings, and it's definitely therapeutic to be away, and especially being around like-minded people, which is what retreats are really all about. Is whether you're working all day, half the day, or you're actually just going out and exploring the town and natural conversations come up. It's really about getting a group of people with similar goals in one place and just having a fantastic time, and true connections is, whether it's a yoga retreat, whether it's a business retreat, you're just really, that connection is everything.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, just like the event this weekend, there was like 6,200 people there. Of course, the draw is those big speakers that are there, but honestly, the magic happens with just the people that you're surrounded with and the networking at lunch, the people that you meet. But you have to make sure that you're coming out of that comfort zone as well. It's super easy to get comfortable and say, oh, I'm just going to go to my room, hang out, get this time. But the magic happens is when you just like put yourself out there, and when you are surrounded with that many like-minded people, you're talking about your business. Like, it's amazing the amount of entrepreneurs that were there, and they're looking to create their first retreat. And sometimes it's
Yeah.
overwhelming when you sit down and think about all the details that goes in it. So that's for one. While you and I have you just merged together, is because with our experience, it's just to take that stress off. Okay, so just do it and
Mhm.
hire somebody to take that stress off of you so you can feel what it's like. And then,
Oh, I lost you for a second. You froze on me. So you were saying, see what it's like, and then
that, yeah, so just to see what it's like and to see if you want to, like, pencil them in maybe 2 a year or whatever
hmm.
it looks like for you. It may just naturally flow from a retreat then to a workshop, and then
Yep.
from a workshop it may lead to a live event. But it's like you never know until you take that first step out of your comfort zone and, like, let me see what this is going to look like for me, and
Yep.
just
And I think that you touched on a really important point, is like having take that stress off so you can truly experience what the retreat, the potential the retreat has, because there is just so much detail and planning and research that goes into creating the logistics of a retreat. And whether you're hosting because you are a business coach, or you're hosting because you're with your peers, you're going to lose a lot of that experience if you're the one handling the logistics. And so
Mhm.
you want to be the person like, here's my vision, run with it, or give me some options and I'll pick from a menu of activities. You don't want to be the person calling the places, getting the pricing, getting the quotes, because that is a lot of extra time. And if you're coaching when you're there, you really need to be focused on your content and what you're going to deliver and how to create those opportunities to connect and the conversations that are going to come up. And even if you're not coaching or teaching, you want to be thinking about how you're going to connect with people and really create that network and, have that bonding time. And honestly, when you get there and all that stuff is taken care of, you want to be able to enjoy it.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think, for anybody that's watching us or even watching the replay, is to, let them know to go to our website, On the Edge Event without the S.com. That's a whole story in itself. We'll tell that one day.
Singular event. Yeah.
So type that in after we're done, maybe in the comments, so they know to go to On the Edge event, because there's so many packages that we can put together for you, or a la carte, and just make it just the experience that you're looking for, even if it's your fifth one or just your very first one. So,
Yep, absolutely. All right,
all
I
right.
will, yes, I will put that in the comments and we're excited that we got to go live today.
I
So,
know, right? Must be all that snow you're having. It's
yeah,
cold.
definitely. All right, you have a great day.
Okay, you too.
All right.
Bye.